let me ask you something. Imagine you're up in the air and you're looking down on your life. Everything you're carrying right now. Really look. The schedules that you keep in your head that nobody else would think to keep. The person you check on before you even have had your coffee. The thing at work that would fall apart if you let go of it. The mood in the room you're managing before anyone even said a word. Now, how much of that is actually yours? Not how much can you carry. You've already proven you can carry all of it. I'm asking something different. How much of it was ever yours to carry in the first place? If no one has ever asked you that, sit in it with me for a moment. Because I think a lot of us are tired. Not because we're weak and not even because we're carrying too much. We're tired because we've been carrying things that were never ours and calling it love, calling it strength, calling it faith. Today, we're going to sort it out. What's yours to carry and what isn't? Hi, sis. Welcome back to Below the Circle, episode 147. I'm Dr. Phyllis, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Go ahead, grab your coffee, your tea, your smoothie, pull up a chair, and get comfortable with me for a few minutes. Because that thing I just asked you, what's actually yours to carry, that's the whole episode today. And I want to start by telling you how I learned that question the hard way. For most of my life, I would have told you I was strong, and I was. I was resilient. I was the physician who took care of everybody, the minister who poured out and poured out and poured out, the leader people handed things to because they knew I'd carry them, the mom, the daughter, the friend, the one who held it all together. And underneath all of it was a story I'd been told my whole life. And I had started telling myself. The story went like this: a strong woman carries it all. A good Christian woman, especially, carries it. She serves, she gives, she doesn't complain, she lays her life down. A good worker never lets anything drop. A good mother sacrifices. So if I could carry it, and I could, then I should. And if it was heavy, well, that was just the cost of being strong and resilient. Here's what nobody told me: the strong, resilient woman I was copying, I was copying the front of the picture. I saw women around me holding everything, yet I never saw the back of the picture, the back of the photo, where they rested, where they had help, where they set things down, where somebody poured back into them. I copied the caring. I never learned the part where you put it down. So, what did I do? I kept adding to the plate, and my plate got full, overflowing, really, while something underneath, well, it got quieter and emptier, overflowing on the outside, running on fumes on the inside. And the ache underneath it, the one I didn't say out loud for years, finally got a name. It was regret. The fear that I was so busy carrying everyone else's life that I was flying right over my own. And I landed the hard way in a chair in my living room where everything I'd been holding finally fell and on the ground. When I got quiet enough to actually look at the plate that I had been carrying, I saw the thing that changed everything. Most of what had worn me out was never mine to carry. Maybe you know that ache. Maybe you're carrying it right now. If you are, I want to give you the three things I wish somebody had handed me years earlier. Lesson one: you stopped being able to tell. Your plate is full, but if you look closely at what's on it, a lot of it was handed to you, assumed onto you, or picked up so long ago you forgot it was ever optional. There's a real difference between what's yours to carry and what isn't. And somewhere in all those years of saying yes from a big heart, you stopped being able to tell the two apart. Now, sis, that is not a character flaw. That's what happens to a woman who's been carrying for decades. The lines blur. I can help becomes I have to help. I'm able becomes I'm responsible. And eventually, everything on the plate looks equally like yours when it isn't. Hear how Jesus opens this. He doesn't say, "Come to me, you weak ones." He doesn't scold you for being tired. He names the caring. And then he says, "Come." In Matthew 11:28, it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." The first step off this weight isn't shame, it's an invitation. Lesson two: It looked like a virtue. Now, being totally transparent, this is the one that took me the longest to see. The reason you carry what isn't yours isn't a flaw in you. It's a story that was handed to you, and the story looked holy. Resilience told you caring was the strength. Be the good Christian woman, serve, give, never complain. Be the good worker, never let it drop. Be the good mother, the good daughter, the good sister, the good aunt, the good friend, the good volunteer. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Every one of those is a beautiful thing that's turned into a trap because somewhere along the way, capability became obligation. Because you could carry it, you believed you had to. And here's the quiet lie underneath all of it. Nobody told you the strong woman you admired set things down too. They had a Sabbath, they had help, they had limits they protected. You copied their strength and skipped their rest. You copied their strength and skipped their rest because the rest was the part you never got to see. Carrying everything was never the same thing as being faithful. Sometimes the most faithful thing a woman can do is finally ask, God, is this even mine? Lesson 3, you were never the glue. Here's the fear that keeps your hands closed around all of it, holding and gripping it all. It sounds like this: everything is held together because of me. And if I let go, it falls apart. I know that fear. I lived in it for years. So let me say this gently and clearly. This is not faith. That's the glue lie. And it sits you down in a chair that was never yours. The one where you're holding the whole world, the entire world together by yourself. But let's look at what's actually true. Psalm 46:5 says, God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. Sis, you are not what's holding or who's holding it all together. You're the one who shall not be moved because he, God, is in the middle, in the midst of you. And then let me add this, for every single thing you're afraid to drop, I want you to think about Colossians 1:17. In him all things hold together. All things, not in you, in him. He holds you. God holds you. And he holds the very things you're afraid will fall the moment you loosen your grip. So, setting down what isn't yours is not abandonment. You're not dropping the people you love, you're handing the weight back to the one who was carrying it the entire time anyway. So you can actually be present with the people who matter the most instead of being buried under their loads. And those years you spent carrying all of it, hear me, nothing has been wasted. God was at work the entire time. You're not being called to undo your life. You're being invited to set down what was never yours to carry so you can finally pick up your own, to pick up what is yours to carry. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Not with a challenge, not with something to add to your to do list, with one gift for you. I made you something. It's called What's Yours to Carry and What Isn't. And it does exactly what we did together today, except for your actual life. It walks you through what's on your plate right now and helps you start telling the difference. This is mine, and this was never mine to carry. It's waiting for you at the belowthecircle.com. That's the belowthecircle.com. Go get it today while this is still fresh, while you can still feel the weight you're ready to set down. You don't have to figure it out alone. You don't have to figure it out tonight. You just have to start sorting through everything. So again, go to the belowthecircle.com and let's find out together what's yours to carry and what isn't. And remember, sis, I'm here on the ground. I can see you from here. It's not too late to land whole, aligned, free. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.